Hello and welcome back to Captain of Industry. So last time we did stuff. What did we do? Don't really know. We put in some bigger containers. We upgraded the dock to cargo depot 8, I should say. We played around some pipes and stuff. One thing I noticed was down here. I noticed that we were struggling to burn enough of these, and I noticed that we're feeding these all with a 60 belt, which is ridiculous. So we need to upgrade all of these belts, because these need 30 coal to run, so a 60 belt obviously is only going to feed 2 of them. So that needs to be upgraded as well. And that should let us get all of the coal we need down into all of the boilers at a more reasonable rate. We fixed the water last time, we did not fix the coal though. So that will solve that. And we're probably actually going to need to upgrade this pipe as well. If we're not running all of them at the moment, but if we do, we're going to need that pipe to be upgraded. So let's get that done. Excellent. One thing done. Messages popping up. We have no trees to harvest. So right now we have cleared the entire... Hold on a second. We have almost cleared the entire map of trees. So the only things left in terms of stuff we can almost access is this bit up here, which we currently do not have a ramp up to. And then it goes... There's a tree there, which they haven't harvested for some reason. And then we can go all the way over here and start harvesting these trees, which gives the trucks a very long drive back to drop the wood off, but it is what it is. So we have no place to dump products. So let's think about getting up here then. So do we want to just build a ramp up and go over the sand? Yeah, sure. We can probably change it later on if we're really all that fussed about it. So let's do that. Let's go make sure we're going down. We're not. There we go. And let's come down to there. There we go. Now you have somewhere to dump products. Please go and build us a ramp up there, and then we can start doing those trees at another point. Okay, we have another pandemic. We have a moderate flu on the go. Not ideal, but okay. Our trucks are busy, but I think we are still building more trucks. We're not. Let's build another 5 trucks. Okay, the trucks are busy because they are all... Oh dear, cough, cough, cough. They are all going off to dump stuff up there. So I did build myself a crazy belt over here to remind myself to do that, but obviously didn't save after I did that, so it's sort of irrelevant. Crude oil is getting low, but they shouldn't be using that too much, because we should be getting enough oil off of this now, and it should be prioritizing that input. Yes. The reason I noticed the coal, by the way, is because I saw these weren't running because they didn't have steam. Like, they currently don't have steam. I know that we're prioritizing the power, but you should have enough. You should be able to run all 5 of these now. You're saying you're full of steam, so is our steam pipes needing updating? Yeah, those are 2s. These are not 2s. Let's upgrade these to 2s. I think that is possibly the problem there. And then once they join this pipe here, so we potentially have, let's call it 150, plus another 100, 250. These pipes can carry 200. So that needs to be upgraded. So at... Do they join different pipes? Hold on. Hold on, they shouldn't be joining different pipes, should they? Right, no, it's because I'm looking at the wrong one, I think. It's because I'm looking at the wrong one, I think. So this one here is the one that these connect to. And then this does not connect to that. Have we just seen a flaw in our build? I think we have. I think we have. Oh no, because these are on this pipe. Okay. So these ones output onto this pipe at the bottom. Please let me click on the pipe. Please let me click on the pipe. Which is the one they connect to. Okay, but at this point, that pipe might not be big enough, so we need to upgrade that to get enough steam in. The steam out should be fine, because 200 split those ways should be absolutely fine. Except they definitely connect to that. Oh no, that is it is right. Yeah, no, we are okay. We're okay. Okay. So that will hopefully help that situation. So why are you not burning? Because you're full of exhaust. Is this also another issue we have? Because that's only a Mark 1 pipe there, taking the exhaust from these, which makes 60. So obviously that is not enough space for exhaust. So let's also upgrade all of these. This one doesn't need to be done yet, but let's get it done. They then go into a Mark II pipe, but they potentially are making 180. They're making more than 200. There's the short answer we're looking for there. So that needs to be upgraded. And then we should be able to run all 5 of these simultaneously. So let's just speed things up briefly and just make sure they all look like they're burning constantly. It looks like they are, which probably means a bunch of pipework down here also needs fixing. But whilst we... yeah, they're both set to have full import. Whilst these are empty, we're not going to see that, and we're not making anywhere near enough fuel gas to run fuel gas. It looks like these are all now running, though. You still say you're full of exhaust. However, you're sharing a Mark II. 60, 120, 180 should be fine for this one. Five, 6 is a 300, which should be fine for this Mark III pipe. That then goes into another Mark III pipe, and there shouldn't be much in there. That Mark III pipe goes into this balancer, which doesn't have any priority outs, but they are all Mark III pipes. Yes, so it should be absolutely fine, unless we just don't... Do we just have too much exhaust? No, that's waiting. That's waiting, so I think that should be fine. But you're still saying not enough space for output. Which I do not understand. I do not understand. We could upgrade this pipe as well, just to try and keep you all happy. I don't think you need it, but let's do it. And that should be fine now. Still saying not enough space for output. Not very often. Let's just watch this one. Not enough space for output. 2 120, 260s, 120, and there's definitely 60, 120, 240, 300. These pipes can hold 450, so that should be fine. Yeah, that then does definitely go into there, which is a Mark III, which goes into a Mark III. We do also have this one coming in, but that one doesn't do anything. Yeah, it should be absolutely fine. Well, I think it's running fast enough. I don't think we have any concerns with steam production anymore. These are now all running full time by the look of it. Not enough space for naphtha output. Which should be a lie. We did look at this before and wonder if we had issues. And maybe we need to put balancers prioritizing the naphtha out of here rather than this naphtha, which is the one coming from the storage. Do you know what? Let's just do it, because it does seem to be. If we just watch this one a second. Fills up. Can't run that because there's not enough space for output, because it's trying to share that pipe. Okay, let's put in a fluid balancer. I want you to go. Okay, let's put this right in the middle-ish. Let's delete those, unity that. Pop that one in there. And then let's delete that and delete that. Unity, unity. And then you connect into there. You connect into there. Unity, unity, unity. You prioritize those two inputs. And that should stop that. So this burns, it gets rid of the naphtha. Let's just watch one more. Burns, it burns, it burns, it burns, it burns. And it gets rid of the naphtha. Yeah, so I think that was just colliding with the stuff coming out of the storage, which is fine. We do have quite a lot of naphtha in storage, not enough for us to worry about, so that's fine. No trees left to harvest. How's that ramp doing? It's not quite there yet. Do I just wait, or do I send them in the other horrible place? And we also have no place available to dump products, it's saying, but you definitely do. You're just not doing it. I think that's just the trucks are confusing things because there's so much to actually dump. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. So other things we wanted to do today, we wanted to look at upgrading these to greenhouses, maybe bringing in some additional crops, maybe fixing this to actually process the additional crops we'll get from that. And we also wanted to plant some trees. Where are we going to do that? Where would we build farms here if we wanted to build farms? Would we do it like all of this bit? And so we'd have trees like all up here? Would that make sense? Possibly, because we have that there. So maybe we'll just turn like this into a massive farmland. And we'll plant trees all up there. Let's do that. So we need to put in a forestry control tower, which we don't think it matters where it goes. So we'll just put that down here. And let's unity that. And then we're going to edit your area. We're going to draw a rectangle. You are going to come and just all of this from here upwards, shall we say? And then how do we say plant trees? How do we say to plant trees? With this. Let's get rid of, we just get rid of like all of this really, can't we? Not going too close to the copper or coal mines. We don't want to ruin those. And then we're going to come up here and we're just going to say trees everywhere. Except I don't want to go up there. We may as well go over there as well. Okay, that will give the tree harvester something to do. And we should immediately see him going out. He is, excellent. We might want to put in an additional storage for saplings up here. Where did we put the there? So maybe we'll put in a little storage Was it this one for saplings? Can I see saplings? Can I see saplings? Yes, there. Let's just put in a little storage. We're just going to tuck it in all the way over here. You are going to be saplings. And we're going to say keep you full. It's just going to stop the... oh, and then Unity. It's just going to stop him having to run all the way down. Because does it tell us now we've built the control tower how long trees take? I think it's quite a while. Where is it? 12 years. 12 years. It's quite a long time. That's quite a lot. Harvesting options. Why is that plus 25% sapling? I don't know. I don't know. 9.6 years, 0, 1, 1, 5, 2, 3, 1, 3. So that actually gives us the best return for some reason. That's fine. David Walker, struggling to find a destination he can reach. That's because anything else you have marked to harvest is outside of your reach. I can't see you. Any others around? I kind of want that ramp to be done and just to send you up there before I send you in the other direction. So I'm just going to tell you to do this, and you're going to complain that you can't reach it for a while, and then you'll sort your life out and you'll be fine. That's fine. Okay, so one goal for today is done. We have got the tree planting going. Did he just run all the way over there? Even though I don't really want to do that, do I? Even though there's a box there with saplings in. That's weird. Maybe he'll sort himself out. Maybe he'll find sort that. I'm sure he'll be fine. I'm sure he'll be fine. The ore sorter is full of something. It is full of limestone still and dirt. It's not the end of the world. Everything else is looking horrible. What's this? What's this supposed to be? That's coal, isn't it? Iron's okay, but we have 0 coal. Why do we have 0 coal? Because none of you are really digging out coal, apart from you. You should all be digging out. You're like told to prioritize coal, but none of you seem to actually be digging out coal. Apart from you, you're doing a great job. In fact, I'm going to change your name. You are now great job. Just to distinguish how fantastic you are actually digging out coal. Yeah, you've still got coal there you can dig out. You're just not doing it. And I don't know why. You're just clowns. You're all clowns. I'm surrounded by clowns. So if we add these bits in... Well, there's a bit of extra coal. That should hopefully mean they'll do that. Because coal's a problem. We could do with coal. We don't have any coal in there. We could unpause. Did we ever pause the coal mine? Oh, we did. We could send them over there looking for coal. We were researching, or it's in the queue to research upgraded ship parts. For now, what other... We've done that one. That is rating 2. That one is rating 2. That one is rating 1. Let's do that one. So let's load that one up. That's fine. There are some forestry designations outside of forestry tower areas. Are there? Oh, there are. Okay. Fine. There you go. Problem solved. Where is our little... Where is he? Oh, there he is. He is still working away. Okay, we're starting to get the first trees in. Lovely. No place to dump products. David Walker has no fuel. Well, that should be solved at some point. But we've also just been sat there doing nothing. And we are very close. Have you finished dumping that? But that is not suitable. Okay, so let's make that 16. Get rid of all that. And let's do that instead. You are all now going to dump your stuff exactly where you are. You're not going to think about it, and you're going to make a mess, and you're going to get stuck. No, you're okay. Okay. I wasn't expecting that. Wasn't expecting that. You'll get there soon. Don't worry. You'll get there soon. Okay. We are done loading cargo for the settlement. Let's send you off. That's that done. Excellent. How are we doing down here? I'd like to start seeing more fuel gas come in, but we're not. And that's because we're burning so much coal here now. We really need to start thinking about other steam generation methods, because this is not working. We are full of naphtha, however, so we could unpause the naphtha boilers, because they should be getting stuff coming in. They make 72 steam each, which means that pipe is going to have to be upgraded. 72 CO2 each, I meant. Sorry. That one comes over here and plugs into this one, which could cause problems, but they shouldn't all be running at the same time, so it should be okay. And then in terms of steam, you generate 100, which goes into a Mark II, which is fine. You generate another 100, which is 200, which goes into a Mark II, which is fine. That should all be fine. Okay, so you should be burning occasionally and stopping this from going. We can't burn fuel gas because we have none in the tank, and we can't really burn hydrogen because that is just not filling up as fast as I would like. We are full of diesel, so we could think about figuring out this again. Now, if I recall, we just have to change the paused pipes. So if we pause that one, unpause that one, unpause that one, that should be okay, because now it's going to prioritize sending it to these ones, which are currently doing nothing. The naphtha's full because we're not processing any naphtha, so let's unpause a couple of those. That's going to help us get the fuel gas and everything. And I think that's right, isn't it? What's this one that's paused? You should not be paused now. Because this one's sending it down here. This one we should pause this one. And this one? Wait, does that just connect into itself? I'm looking at the wrong thing. Should we pause this one? Hold on. Yeah, we should pause that one. Because that's now being fed as a priority from that one. So that's fine, even though that doesn't go anywhere, but that's fine. Okay, trucks are very busy. We are building more trucks. And over here, it's so hard to tell what's going on. So you're prioritizing going to the second balancer at the moment. You are prioritizing going to, you're already prioritizing the reformers. Anything which doesn't go to the reformers goes... Wait, what? Wait, what? Oh, no. You are prioritizing this pipe, which goes to these. Where do you get fed from? You get fed off this pipe, but that's paused at the moment, which is fine because none of you are built. Okay. This is so confusing. Why did I do this to myself? So you're prioritizing going to this, which goes to these, and then also loops back into this balancer for some reason. No, that's out from there. Okay. If you don't do that, you go into here and it goes down to there. So if we change that priority, it now prioritizes going to this balancer. This balancer prioritizes going down there. If it can't, it goes into the main loop. Or it goes into that one, which is going to do nothing, or this one, which is what feeds these. Okay. Well, that should start getting us more hydrogen and fuel gas, hopefully. And also keep us with some diesel. We want to notify if you are like 75% empty, because that means we are at the point where we're making less diesel. How are we doing over here? Yep, wonderful, you've done it. And the tree harvesters look like they've disappeared up here somewhere as well. Yes, they have. Perfect. So we need a new place to dump products. So we have access to this. It's not really worth trying to build a ramp over there, I don't think. So let's continue on with this. There is an argument which maybe says we'll make our way over to this island and then from this island over to here rather than going through that mountain range. That might be something we look at doing. But in the meantime, let's go to flat. It's going to bring this out here for the moment. Bring that down there just so we can make that a nice little line. And then let's just fill that in and fill that in. Excellent. And then you may as well go up there as well and fill in anything there you can. And that's just going to square off that bit of the island. I did say we wanted to maybe bring it in line with this, but that's something we can worry about another time. Okay, right. Progress, progress, progress. Almost smashed my phone onto the floor. Do need to plug my phone in to charge. Let's get that done. Excellent. Right, so what is next? Everyone's come down here to dump product, which is great. The wood has all been deleted, so all the wood is now in this storage. We are on 13,000 wood. That is a mild concern, even more so because these are now going to have to travel even further to bring the wood back. But we are very slowly starting to plant trees. How can I tell you? How can I tell you? Can I assign you to the tower? Except that's as an export. We don't want that. I don't know which way we want it. We want the storage to import. No, we do want the storage to export to that tower. And this one we want to export to that. And this is confused. Valid route assigned. Storage has export route, but also has keep full slider set or truck export set off. These modes are not compatible. But I need it to be kept full. I don't understand how they work. If you have any idea on how we can improve that, let me know, because this is stupid. It coming all the way down here to get the saplings. And I don't, is it, oh I know, it's because that's set to keep full. It's because that's set to keep full, so if it's not full it won't go there. That's what it is. So if we do that, that's fine, and what we'll do is over here, you know, if we set this to keep empty, it'll prioritize that, won't it? If we just set an export route from there to there. So that has an import route from there. That does not have the keep full thing anymore, so that should now be working. Okay, fine. Not seeing more fuel gas or hydrogen coming in, which is a shame. We are still full of naphtha, but we're not making enough naphtha to burn anything because we're now processing the naphtha over here. We shouldn't really be seeing this one run, except we're making enough naphtha to run both. So let's unpause that. Maybe pause that one? Let's do it. Let's do that. And then down here, these should not be running because they're waiting for fuel gas. This is running and it's making hydrogen. Okay, let's see how that goes then. Let's see how that goes. So we're not going to be burning these because we won't be making enough naphtha because these make 24 and that should all be going into this, which is fine. Coal is, however, a massive concern. So you're saying you don't have anywhere to dump your coal because you're full of dirt and you won't accept any more dirt. Okay, okay. Do we have bigger belts yet? We do have bigger belts. Okay. You are now a Mark III belt. In your own time. Excellent. And you are also going to be a Mark III belt, so when you can get dirt out of there, it comes out fast. So we should be seeing, well, the Mark III belts can do 450, these can do 200 each, so I think I will upgrade one of them. I will do the second one, seeing as that seems to be slightly less full. Is that one also set to upgrade? It doesn't, even though it doesn't need it. That's fine. Whatever. We'll upgrade that one as well. So that should be coming out twice as fast, which is good. We are now processing dirt. Okay. But as fast as it's processing it, it's not getting... It says a little bit of dirt's coming out. But it's not actually lowering the number for some reason. No one's delivering dirt. There's no dirt up here in the hopper. Oh, there we go. Okay, that's going now. We probably want to upgrade these as well, or at least one of them. Otherwise, we're going to be in trouble there as well. So let's get that done. And that's going to get rock and dirt out of there faster, which means we'll now have the trucks delivering their coal with a little bit of dirt. Which means you should have coal coming into the system. We've got a little bit of coal coming out over here. Okay. Coal's a concern. Coal's a concern. But I think we're in a better position. Not a lot better, because they need to be on a higher priority. We could just force helium to be burnt, but we only have 800 helium. That's not going to last us very long at all. What we do want is coal coming into this system, because we don't want our power to fail, because that's going to put us in a bad spot. A bad, bad spot. Okay. Right, I think that's all okay. So the other thing we're going to do, we've got some trees going down. That's looking brilliant. This says it's still getting low, but it's still on almost 2,000, so I don't think that's being used. So the next thing is to look at potentially doing greenhouses. So we know there are some we can upgrade straight off the bat, which is wheat and potatoes, and potatoes and vegetables. So that covers all the bases. So let's do that. And we do not have enough of something to unity it. We have enough unity. We have enough construction parts, we have enough steel, and we should have enough glass. It might be glass. I don't know why it would be glass. Oh, we're about to collapse a building. It totally is glass. Do we just use a load of glass, build another stuff? We just built pipes. Do pipes take glass? Nope. Are we just using more glass than we are producing at the moment? We're using it for the vehicle parts, and we're using it for research. We are using 4, 8, 12, 16, and potentially another 8 there, which is 32, but these make 24. We're making 48. So that should be fine. There's no reason that shouldn't be working unless you don't have coal. You don't have coal, so you're not making glass. That'll be it. That will be it. What is that? Oh, that unbuilt thing isn't connected. Well, yeah, that's fine. Yes, we're just not seeing a lot of coal coming in, unfortunately. Do we need to get more coal trucks on the go? Coal diggers, I should say. Oh, we have also got rid of our ramps. There's only one ramp there now. They are working furiously to fill this up with coal. You know, they're doing a pretty good job. I am going to mark, because they're almost pretty much done with that section, so I'm going to mark the next section down. Oh, I can't tell for the life of me which way that's going. It's just flat. I don't want flat. I want a ramp. Is it because I haven't... I think it's because I haven't got that. So let's go down to 5 there. And then you go down to 6 for reasons unknown to anyone. So let's do that. We can start bringing this in further again. I don't know why I'm doing it in such a stepped manner. Like, I could probably just tell this to do like -8 and just let them get down to the bottom of the coal seam. Let's do that. That's fine. I'll keep them busy. We might also want to do something here. Oh yeah, because that no, that's not going to work, is it? It's not going to work because it needs to go even further up. I guess we'll just leave it on the 1 for now and see how it copes. We'll just see how it copes. It's fine. I think we can upgrade the fuel station. I don't know if it's really particularly necessary, but it doesn't take a lot to do, so let's do that. And then you are still waiting on glass, because we are still waiting on coal, which is holding everything up. Okay. Okay, and we are dumping furiously over here, and it is looking just fantastic. Fantastic. We paused population growth because we've got so many workers. We don't need to worry about that. We've got CO2 recycling. Now, that's sort of exciting. So I was like, well, once we get that, we can use the CO2, make graphite, start making arc reactors. But I was looking into it a little bit before I did the video. Where is it? Where are we? Miles away. So CO2 recycling takes 144 carbon dioxide and makes 6 graphite. 144. If we come over here, carbon dioxide, we're making, you know, about 200 on average, which is going to get us like what, 8 graphite every 60 seconds, which is better than nothing, but it's still 8 graphite. And why does it keep putting me miles back? The arc furnace Mark IIs use 3 graphite each. So we could potentially replace like 2 or 3 of our furnaces with graphite, with arc furnaces. Blast furnace, arc furnace, whichever way. I think I might got myself confused there. Yeah, so that's not ideal. And obviously then as we replace them, if we have a look at just molten glass is a bad one. If we have a look at molten copper. So if we replaced our blast furnace Mark II with an arc furnace 2, it replaces the coal with 3 graphite and 6 water. Makes the same copper, makes the same slag, makes a little bit of steam low, so potentially we could get another bit of power out of it with some massive belts going somewhere. But it also makes less exhaust. So each blast furnace we replace with an arc furnace will only make 1/3 of the exhaust, which means we're going to be able to make less graphite from the CO2 scrubber device machine thing, which is not great. So we would have to rely pretty heavily on these, which take 250 kilowatts of power, which is quite a lot, but they do make 12 graphite. Currently we are using... Where does the graphite go? It goes up here. We are using 3. So we have 9 graphite at the moment, enough to run 3 of the furnaces. And that would be another 4. So that's 7, 11, 15. How many furnaces do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we have enough build there to get enough graphite to do that. That graphite would probably have to be trucked over, though I suppose we can make a... It's going to be horrible. It's going to be horrible because it's another resource, but then they don't need the coal. It's going to be a right nightmare to do. But then they won't need the coal, which is big. Which is big. And how are we doing for coal? Okay, we're doing better for coal. Okay, good. I was getting quite concerned for a while there. But we are doing better for coal. So we should be starting to see more glass get made. And seeing this fill up a little bit. And hopefully seeing this get built at some point. Okay, how are we doing with the truckie? The truckie, the shipper-a-doo. So that's reputation 2, that's reputation 2, and that's reputation 2. Please go home. I don't know why you stopped doing that. This one is reputation 4, so let's do that. If we also say to do this one, maybe we'll be able to do both, because that's not crazy route. So if we come over here, low chip and low chip. Diesel's looking fine. Hydrogen looks like it is now filling up a lot more than it was because we've swapped over to primarily hydrogen reformers. In fact, that says there's not enough space to output the hydrogen, which is somewhat a lie. How much do they do? 28. So those twos hydrogen outputs, which are there and there, are enough for a Mark 1 belt, Mark 1 pipe. So make 28. So that's enough for a Mark 1. But when this joins here... Well, this is hydrogen coming from... Why is that a Mark 1? So this is hydrogen coming... Let me click on the right pipe. Coming from the naphtha processing. Except that's taking hydrogen down there. So where do you send your hydrogen? If you make hydrogen, only a little bit, but you do make hydrogen. Where doth your hydrogen go? That's these pipes. So you come in here. Where does the loop take the hydrogen? Do we need to tell this to prioritize this hydrogen again over here? So hydrogen comes in here. Yes. And at this point, it's told to prioritize hydrogen already in the loop, which is coming from here. And that is prioritizing sending hydrogen into the loop. So it's prioritizing sending hydrogen around in the loop so it can be used elsewhere, which is fine. When it can't go that way, it goes that way. The hydrogen comes down here, gets used by these. So currently this is a use belt. This is the stuff in the loop. So I think we need to prioritize the stuff coming out of the hydrogen reformers over here. There's just no nice way of getting there, is there? If we get rid of those, put in a pipe balancer there, unity that, prioritize that input. So this is essentially stuff that's coming from either the loop or from the storage, and then it's a use pipe, and then at this point it becomes a, I don't know what you want to call it, a feed pipe. So it's feeding extra hydrogen into the system. That then comes down here. It gets additional hydrogen added in here, but only a tiny little bit. And then it comes down here, where it goes into a balancer here, which prioritizes this output to feed the heavy oil cracking. Okay, that's fine. And it comes down, feeds the heavy oil cracking, and then it prioritizes going back into the loop, which should be backing up more because of that balancer. Otherwise it goes out to the storage. Okay, yeah, I think that makes sense. I think that makes sense. We are actually getting a bit of fuel gas in storage now, which is lovely. That has gone up significantly. Diesel is going down, however. So yeah, we'll just have to keep an eye on it. We'll just have to keep an eye on it. Rubber's fine. Acid is fine. These should no longer be complaining about full... Nope, that's absolutely fine. That's working great. These might be complaining about full fuel gas, because that does go into a Mark 1 pipe there. It is waiting for naphtha. I don't know what you were not running for. You seem to be running now. Mark 2 pipe here goes into a Mark 1 pipe here. That can't be right, can it? In fact, that's a Mark 1 pipe as well. So you have a Mark 2 pipe that suddenly becomes a Mark 1 pipe and has 60 alone coming into it from there. That cannot be right. That cannot be right. Yeah, then it goes into a Mark II pipe there. Yeah, that definitely wasn't right. But we might want, where these join in, and we have a little bit of fuel gas, a lot of fuel gas, we might want to think about prioritizing the fuel gas coming out of here. Although I haven't seen them struggling to get rid of their fuel gas yet. They are struggling to get the naphtha. You only use 24 naphtha. Naphtha comes in here, prioritizes from there into this pipe, which goes nowhere. And it prioritizes this pipe, which brings it down here. So that should be absolutely fine. And then over here, we're prioritizing the naphtha coming out of here, which is fine because that pipe is empty. Why would that pipe be empty? Because we've got no naphtha left? Because we've got no naphtha left. Okay. I mean, that's not the end of the world. But they should be producing enough naphtha that they are running constantly. Yeah, just about. Okay. I think you're okay, actually. I think you're okay. As long as we don't see that filling up with fuel gas, we should be okay. That should be fine now. Hydrogen's looking incredible. When that finally fills up, we'll be able to use hydrogen over here and stop relying on burning so much coal. So much coal. I still don't really want to burn more wood. Fuel gas is slowly going up. Slowly going up. We have another pandemic. We have severe flu now. We probably do need to start looking into doing like some sort of healthcare. How is Glass doing? Glass is doing hunky-dory. So we now have a greenhouse over here that is making potatoes. And if I just pause the game, if I change this while the game's paused, 8989. If I say that's nothing, 134, 8989. If I say like this, 10. So it's actually better to do nothing there. Okay. So it still seems somewhat beneficial to run multiple crops. I guess because it uses less fertilizer if you're running multiple crops still. Okay, so that's now going to use more water. So we're going to have to keep an eye on whether that has enough water. We have no fertilizer in the tank, which is fine. It means we're using all the fertilizer. It means we're making nowhere near enough fertilizer elsewhere. So this doesn't have enough to run that. It's waiting on ammonia, which is coming from the sour water. They're waiting on more sour water, so that's fine. If we wanted to make more fertilizer organic purely comes from compost. That's fine. Fertilizer 2 purely comes from fertilizer 1. Oh, we have a broken pillar. I think I saw that ages ago and ignored it. And fertilizer 1 we purely get from ammonia. And ammonia, we can use hydrogen to make ammonia, but I don't want to do that, or it's sour water. Those are literally the two options. Is there a way for us to make sour water for fun? Not really. No, only from that. So we could burn more oil, which is an option because we're getting lots of oil in now. Look at that. Look at that beast. And we are just about to hit the alert on that as well. Where is this uneven terrain? Okay, yeah, I can see what's happened there. Let's get rid of all of that, and let's unity all of that. And let's pop that in there instead. That should be okay. They are doing sterling work on flattening this. That's amazing. Yet we now officially have a low supply of diesel. Although I think that has just cleared. I think it was like 3,700. But obviously we are struggling a little bit there. It's the fuel gas we care about more. Sorry, the hydrogen we care about more because that's just coming in faster. So I think what we'll do is unpause those and swap this back over. So we want to pause that one, unpause that one, sorry, pause that one, pause that one, and then unpause that one and that one. Yes, although it doesn't matter because they're not connected to anything, but that's how we want it to look, I think. So that one's paused, that one's paused. So this is now output into here as a priority. And then this one is output into here, but we don't want that to output. So that one's paused, those two work, but we should be prioritizing stuff going up here now. Okay. And that should be making us a little bit more diesel, which will hopefully help push this back up out of the alert state, which we're already in. Okay. But we should still be making a surplus of hydrogen, and I am keen to get these burning. do we have to worry about the pipes and everything here? Wait a second. Oh, that's the steam pipe. I was going to say that's the exit pipe. And they're only making... This is the depleter steam, 36. So, I mean, that's not going to work, is it? That one's going to have to be upgraded. That one's going to... Oh, that one should be fine, because 36 is fine there. Because that's 72 in this pipe. But then we have another 100 and something, so that should be upgraded. Let's do that. And then we might need to think about building more of these. And let's upgrade that. Not that it's important right this moment, but let's try not to be in a position where we have screwed this up straight away. And then in terms of hydrogen, they take 72 each. So almost certainly these pipes need to be bigger. So we need to upgrade this pipe. And we need to upgrade this pipe. And we need to upgrade this pipe. And we need to upgrade this pipe. Because they take 72 hydrogen each, so that's 140, say 150, 150, 300, 450. So that needs to be, yeah, a Mark III pipe there. That should definitely not be a Mark I pipe. Let's upgrade that. And then upgrade that one straight away again, I think. And then that Mark II should be fine for the last two. Water. We've got a Mark II pipe. We've got, takes 50 each, so 50, 100, 200, 300. So that pipe needs to be bigger. The rest of it should be fine. And then steam out is split weirdly again, but you make 40, like 50 steam, 150, 50, 100, 150 goes into a Mark II pipe. That's fine. But then we have another 150, which is potentially 300. So this pipe needs to be upgraded. Okay. I think they're fine and ready to go once we fill up with hydrogen, which is getting there. Fuel gas is still looking pretty good. And diesel's looking pretty much full. Okay, how are we doing? Almost an hour. Almost done, basically. Just checking everything, all looks okay there. Our plastic storage is still working, or plastic construction is still working. Let's upgrade the next one of these. I did Unity it, but nothing's really happening. We could also upgrade this one for the saplings. But we have 1,000 saplings. So I'm not too bothered. Is that dude still... No, where is he? Where is he? I never assigned a tree planter to the tower. But he is planting trees. So I guess it's fine. I just want to watch this dude a second. And see where he goes to pick up. This is looking fantastic, by the way. I don't know when I started planting, so I don't know how old these trees are. So you're going to have one more to plant. And then you are going there. Okay, that's perfect. That's perfect. You're still low, but you're still on 1,000. And you're still hunky-dory with coal. Coal, oil. And we still have stuff in there. That's empty. Which probably means the ship's empty as well. God, that's nice, though. That's nice. Are we getting to the point where we need to make more of these? If we want more hydrogen and stuff, I guess we do. Do we want more hydrogen and stuff? I mean, it'd be nice, but then we're just burning oil for the sake of burning oil, are we? It does save for the coal for the furnaces, but I don't know. I don't know. Yes, we could upgrade that one. I'm not too fussed about that. That's done. I don't think I like how brown they are. If I'm being honest. I'd like them to look a little bit more futuristic than that, I think. But hey-ho. Anyway. So that's 2 of them done. We are now making more food, but using more water. Is what it is. So we should be burning more stuff in these when they get to that. That's fine. This one cannot be upgraded because there's a pipe in the way. I think that is this pipe. So if we delete that, and then copy that, and then unity that, and then copy that Mark 1 pipe. How can I make you go in the other direction? Oh, there. That worked. Don't know why, but it did. So if we build that there, this can now be upgraded. Let's do it. Excellent. Let's get more food in that we can't process fast enough, but it is what it is. Over here, we're seeing water coming in through this pipe that I don't like. Because I thought you were going to be a water positive system and you were nothing but a disappointment to me. But everything is looking okay. We could turn on another one of these to make more water. But then we're not processing the brine because that's what it is. I was sort of counting on this making 78 water constantly. But it's only doing that when the brine's being used for the chlorine. And the chlorine's not being used because it's only being used for something. This. That uses 16 and we're making 12. Yeah. That's sort of what that is, isn't it? So we could pipe the chlorine all the way up here and prioritize that chlorine's use here. But then that doesn't go into storage, so that's a pain. How are we going to do that? Yeah, I don't know. How are you doing? Almost there. Almost there. Right, 3 of them are done. This one is next, so we're going to need to... We're going to need to... Because we can't obviously connect you there. Can't connect you there if you're too close to a connector. That's not going to work. So we'd have to put you there. Which is a little bit silly, but then you should be able to be upgraded. Yes, perfect. Do it. Same thing with you. If we delete that, unity that. You... Nope. You are going to have to come in to like... How far did you go? 2. To there. I had it, and then I had to do the alternate route. And it no longer wanted to do the alternate route. Darn it. Come on now. Suddenly decide you're going to go a different way. There's just no reason for it. There's no reason for it. I could just do that. Oh, there it is. Okay, which means you can be upgraded. Excellent. So once we've got all this upgraded, we'll think about doing this, and we might think about planting, if we see that we're like overloaded with, I don't know, corn or something, we'll think about maybe doing a different crop type in places. But that being said, we only have, why can't you do fruit? Have you not researched fruit yet? Yes, you have. Oh, because it has to be in the greenhouse. Okay, that's fine, because we're working on that anyway. So you're on your way. That's fine. There was a ding. It's because we did research. Okay. Get rid of that pipe. Unity that. Come down to here. Come out. Come out 1. Alternate route. No alternate route. That might have to do there because it's all a little bit weird because of the other bits going on. And then you should be able to be upgraded. Yes, you can be. Which just leaves these 3. So it's going to be you and you and you and Unity and Unity. And then you. Are going to be a pain. Because there are too many connectors around at this stage. So you sort of need you to come to there. And then go there. We're probably going to have to do the same thing here. Here. Let's do that. And then you can be upgraded. And you can be upgraded. Not yet, you can't. Because probably we're out of glass, which is fine. So it's going to mark you all to be upgraded, so you're done. And then we're going to get a lot more crops in. And we'll see what backs up. I do not like how they look, you know. I just really don't. We'll have to see if we have enough water for that. It should be okay because it's got a Mark III pipe feeding them and prioritizing those there. Not prioritizing these, but these take half of this feed anyway. So you should be okay. Yes. Do we have enough? No. Come on, glass. Where's my glass? How is everything else looking? Are we full of hydrogen? Yes, we are. So is it a problem that this is a Mark II in and then a Mark III out? Shouldn't be, right? If we come down to the bottom balancer somehow, because that's where it comes in. So it comes in there as a priority over the Mark III pipe coming in, which is fine. And then it prioritizes going back out the loop, so it prioritizes going over here into the Mark II pipe, but it can't, which is fine. So it goes up into this one. This one prioritizes going out into this one. But then it's taken out a Mark III. I don't think that matters though, because this is essentially like its own little loop, isn't it? So this top one takes in stuff from down here, whatever it's feeding in, through this pipe. And it then kicks it around this loop, and if this loop is full, it sends it down there. Is this loop ever going to be full enough for it to send it down here? Because it doesn't seem to be at the moment. I thought this would work. We're getting a little bit. We just had one burn in very briefly. I suppose this will work. Like when there's like one space, it's just going to keep going around. But as soon as we have a little bit extra coming in, like this, that's when we'll see steam going down there. Hydrogen going down there. So it is working, that's fine. There was something about to collapse. And it did collapse, okay. How much are you flattening? Let's just bring this... Let's just assume we're going to flatten all of that at some point. Because, I mean, that's such good work. Look at you go, you absolute legends. I love you. And then let's bring this... on a stupid loop round there. And that should solve that problem somewhat. Cool, okay. Well, it's been over an hour. We have all of our greenhouses built, which look... I just don't like them. I do not like them at all. It looks like we are full of corn, so we're going to need to have more corn being able to be produced. Vegetables look like they're also backing up, which is, you know, kind of good. Kind of good. And potatoes, as always, are not backing up for whatever reason. People just hate potatoes. So that's fine. So I think we need to look at next time. We're going to see about redesigning all of this so we can actually process all of the food that's coming out. Also looking at changing over some of the foods that we're growing. So if we didn't want to do vegetables, we could do fruits because that comes out the same belt. And then the ones we don't want to do wheat on, we can do corn to give them raw corn. They do just take raw corn, don't they? Yes. Or we can do soybeans to make tofu. But maybe that's just easier to do it that way. Maybe that's just easier to do it that way. And if we think we're getting enough animal feed from all of this, maybe we think about chickens as well? I don't know. Is chicken stupid, or do we just focus on raw foods and just see if we can get some fertilizer being made? Because this is... the corn's no longer backing up. The vegetables definitely are. Vegetables are always a problem. We are sending vegetables out along here, although not very fast. That's because most of the vegetables are being eaten immediately. And they're just taking them back in. So this is how many spare we have at the moment. Which is sort of surprising, but hey ho. Cool, right. So I think, tick, 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 objectives for the day are done. We look like we have lost a lot of workers because our free housing has gone from like 50 to 100. So I think like quite a few people have died this video. Quite a few people have died. It's not amazing, if we're being honest. I'd rather they didn't die. But, you know, is what it is. We're nowhere near getting ready to do hospitals or anything like that. We have built greenhouses for all of our food. We have started planting a forest, which is already looking amazing. Do we just like mark that for harvest, and then when they come of age, we harvest them? Is that how this works? We can assign tree harvesters directly to this. Should I assign the tree planter to that? I guess so. I guess that's if you have more than one tower. And the tree planter should still be working. Right? Right? Where did you just go? Where did you just go? There's no way you went down there to collect saplings. There totally is, because there are no saplings there. So now I need to tell this to keep empty. Yes, that's fine. That doesn't cause an error. Tell that to keep empty. It'll empty saplings into that box, and then you can get them quicker. That's fine. That works for me. Lots of trucks sat around. You have just copper. You have just sand. Why? I think the flattenator is getting confused and digging up sand. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Not truck. Flattenator. Yes. Yes, you definitely are. Don't do that. Don't do that. You can do that bit. And you can do this bit. Don't really want you doing the sandy bits so much. If we're being honest, no need for it. Over here, we have full coal, full copper, full iron imports. We've got full coal export. And then we are pretty much full of all stuff apart from iron on this one here for some reason. But that's fine because that should be taking care of that. We also have a fairly constant stream of recyclables coming in. Like, that's quite a lot. Like, it's not all that long till that belt fills up. Which is good, though. That's good. We have done a few researches today. We've got the chemical plant, the arc furnace. We've got fruit. We've got ship armor. That's great. The ship did come back because we never actually sent it off. Oh, you can only load one at a time. Oh, alright, fine. Go off and do that one. So we can upgrade its armor to make it tougher. That's great. We are burning hydrogen in place of coal occasionally. Not all the time, but that does mean we have 5,000 hydrogen in storage. Fuel gas looks like it's sort of stalled, but we're getting a bit more coming in from this end now because we're actually making more food, so we're making more fuel gas down there. Oil is looking just incredible. Incredible. Loving that. Power is fine. I think we're okay. I think everything's looking pretty good. The second flattening crew, the flattenator, are over here. They've almost done their little bit of straightening out this bit of land. How do we deal with like the shift from this to this? How are we going to deal with that? Do we just like, I mean, the coal's there, so we just like chop that off there, right? Or we fill the coal. We have to fill the coal in anyway a bit, but I think we chop that off there, so we have all of this room. And then here, do we like cut this up here? Or do we say that this is bits here? So like, where do we decide on the delineation between that tier and that tier? Or that level and that level? I don't know. It looks like we are already at the point where we cannot store all the vegetables after a harvest. Which is kind of good. Kind of good. I think that's more of a belt problem than anything else, to be honest. I think we need to look at upgrading... Not you. You. I'm going to upgrade this belt. I'm going to upgrade this tiny belt. I'm going to upgrade... this belt, which goes all the way to there. That should be fine. This side, do we need to worry about this side? Maybe. Let's not do that one. Let's do this one upgraded, and let's upgrade this one. And obviously, because we've upgraded those, we need to upgrade this one, and this one, and this one. Which means we're seeing more vegetables coming out here because we're actually getting them out of the farmers faster. Still not quite fast enough, though, if we're being honest. Let's make this, let's upgrade this one as well. This might be a bit overkill. We might not need this for everything we're doing. Like, once it's settled down, we might find that that's too many. But for now, let's do that. It's almost certainly more than these can handle. Yeah, because they can only handle 14 every 60 seconds. So maybe we need another vegetable anaerobic digester. Maybe that's what we think about doing. Anyway, I did say we needed to finish up, and we do. So we've done some good stuff today. Not going to go over all of it again. Blah, blah, little bits touching up, blah, 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 blah. It's all looking amazing. It's all looking fantastic. Hydrogen looks amazing. Fuel gas has gone up a little bit. You might see it start ticking up somewhat. Everything is running here. Everything is running here. You're not, but that's fine. We wouldn't expect you to. You are running, you are not. Because you're waiting on heavy oil. You should be running, again, like constantly, same as the other one. Oh no, you shouldn't, because you make 12, you make 24. So only one of you, only the diesel one should be running. And is that set up correctly? Yes, because this is first. Diesel is prioritized first. Then it goes over to the naphtha and fuel gas. Do we want to change that? It should sort of organically work based on the diesel being full. But the diesel's being used so often, I think, that it's not quite getting there. Anyway, cool. Hope you're continuing to enjoy Captain of Industry. Iron's becoming a problem. Coal's becoming a problem. We're hitting the bottom of the seam there. Copper's, yeah, copper's okay. Limestone's fine. Yeah, but these two are give me slight kittens. The next two ones are quite close to each other, I suppose. So maybe we start thinking about setting up mining operations over here, although there's not a lot of iron there. Setting up operations over here and then setting up like a sorter here maybe. And how we get that stuff down there is a conversation for future Mance to worry about. That's how that works. It's future Mance's problem. If you're liking this, like, comment, and subscribe. All those amazing things. I will see you next time in Captain of Industry with these horrible looking greenhouses. Boo. Boo greenhouses. Boo. And as always, thank you very much for joining me.